Hi all, welcome to my channel again. So today we are going to discuss about the cheat sheet for Docker. So we are at the end of learning Docker. If you have watched my previous sessions where I have explained about the Docker and also we learned some uh, real-time examples where I have shown you how we use the Docker, like in the previous videos. If you go and watch on my YouTube channel, you will get that. And after watching that, you can come back here so that we can discuss the Docker cheat sheet, which is going to help you. Um, and now let's frame a Docker sheet with all the commands which we have learned till now. So if you want to check out this blog, you can check this link from the description box. Now let's start. So Docker cheat sheet. So these two are the commands which are used to install the Docker, which I have already explained you in the previous sessions. So next is pulling an image from the repository. To pull an image from the repository, we use the Docker pull command. So Docker pull image colon and the tag for that image. So this is just the image tag. This will what it will do, it will pull the image from the repository. Next is list the Docker images in the server. To list all the Docker images which were present, we use the command docker images -a. And build a Docker image. This is the command to build a Docker image. Docker build and the path -t and the image name. This will be the tag image name. And the next is command to check the running containers. Docker ps is the command to check the containers which are running. So create an image from the Docker file, docker run image name. So this is the command which is used to creating an image from a Docker file. So view detailed information about a container or image. For that we use docker inspect image name. And the next is to check the port mappings for the container. We just need the container ID. Using docker port command we can check the port mappings. So next is logs. How we check the logs using the docker logs and the container name. For which specific container which we want to check, that container name we need to give after the logs so that it can retrieve the logs for those specific containers. And then remove a docker container. Docker rm and the container id is the command. Docker rma is the command to remove the docker image. Next is command to load an image from a tar archive. So for that we use the command docker load and the image tar gz. These are all I have already discussed in the previous session. If you go and watch those clearly, then this will be like very easy for you to remember. So start a docker container, docker start container name. And to stop a docker container, just we need the container name and we can stop. So creating command to view resource stats. Docker stats is the command to view the stats, and docker top container id will give us the process running inside a container. So this command will save an image to a tar archive, and this command is to execute shell inside a container. exec is the command. Next, for login into Docker Hub, docker login is the command for pushing image to Docker Hub. Just give docker push so that and the docker id /image tag to pick that specific image and to push into the Docker Hub. And next is about the Docker Compose. For this also I have a separate session in my previous videos. If you go and watch that, this will be very easy for you all to remember. So please watch those videos before coming and watching this session. So installing Docker compose, we use the command apt install docker compose. Normally we will write a docker compose YAML where we will be having all the information about the required images. Using that, create the docker compose file, and then we start the services. Whatever the images present inside that YAML file, so when we run docker compose command, it will apply to all the images which were present inside the docker compose file. So if there are 3 images inside that docker compose file, then when we are giving docker compose up, then it will start all the images. And to stop and remove containers networks, we just give docker compose down, which will cut all the images, which will bring down all the images inside the docker compose file, and then the removes stop service containers. So for that we use the command docker compose rm for removing the stopped ones, and list the containers created. For listing we just give docker compose ps restart service container docker compose restart. So these are the commands, basic commands, docker cheat sheet we can say, most generally we use. So these are the commands which will be very helpful. So thanks for watching my video until the end. So in the next section I'm going to discuss about the docker interview question. So please do watch my video and subscribe to this channel. Thanks again for watching. If you want to check out this blog, you can check this link from the description box. Thank you.